All right, happy Tuesday. Welcome, welcome. Good evening, one and all. Good evening, blah blah. It's time for more Jokes of Cold Steel. JK, that was the last game. It's time for Jokes of Zero. From Zero? I don't know. It's time for another fun-filled evening of Trails from Zero. Let's see. Exciting news. The YouTube channel hit 100 subscribers yesterday, which is exciting news because I don't really do a whole lot with it that much anymore besides being a secondary place to stream and be a stream archive place as opposed to before when I used to do a lot more Let's Plays. So that is exciting news. Twitch has 135 followers, and for being a hobby streamer like myself, that is super cool to see the growth that this channel has taken. I've said in the past that I wish I could do more Let's Plays because I really enjoy doing them, but the editing just got way too much, and streams, I think, ended up being a lot easier for myself and for the viewers in a lot of different aspects. So, yay, congratulations to the channel. Can't wait to see where it goes from here on out and how much farther we grow as a community of as a streamer and everything. But it's time. Actually, hang on. Hang on. Actually, I can't. Hang on. I can't start just yet. Back to music. I totally forgot to do that. This one thing. It might? Yeah, it was a lot easier as a college student to do the editing, because I would just record over the weekend and then just edit it over the week. So that allowed me to make consistent Let's Plays and consistent scheduling and stuff like that. But in reality, the situation is that's not how I have time anymore, given that I have a full-time job and everything. So streaming just works that much better. I do think there's still a charm behind Let's Plays, but it's just not as easy to do anymore. Why'd I forget to do this stuff? Okay, now we're ready. Okay, now we're ready. That button there, that button there, and that button there. No worries, take your time. Catch you in an hour. Okay. That there, that there. I should really turn off that NVIDIA thing because I don't actually need it. I don't need shadow play or anything of the sorts. Right, so last time we got our first side quest where we need to go to the police reception desk. But we also need to explore Crossbell and pretty much get a good lay of the land, according to Captain Sergey, which makes sense because we're probably going to be in the city for quite a while. Kind of wish we could hit the other icons, but I guess we can't. So if I recall, this is the way to go outside. And we have a pretty huge city to take a look at. And we got Station Street right there. We got the downtown district, got the East Street, Harbor District, IBC Administrative District, Central Square is where we're pretty much at, West Street, and whatnot. Hold on, guys. The armor should be right over there. Chief seemed pretty adamant that we check it out. Shall we take a look? Sure. I totally missed that, actually. As much as I want to come in and say have a look around, I'm afraid I can't. You can't buy a weapon and crossbow without a license, kids, so if this is a prank, then beat it. We're actually from the CPD, sir. Sorry for the confusion. Y'all are police officers? Oh, you must be those kids Sergey told me about. Alright, feel free to take a look around the shop. We're ready to check out. Show me your detective notebook. That'll substitute as a license. So we can exchange Sepith for money if we really need to, but we're not going to do that just yet. Oh, Lloyd has some new options. Everyone has some new options, but we only have 1,000 Mira, so... You know, the extra 1 defense and 5 points isn't really helping a whole lot. Let's see, Silver Brooch, Seal, Mute. Coral Ring would be nice, actually. Or the Luminous Glasses, actually. That one of those would be nice. I might buy the Coral Ring at least for Lloyd. But I won't do anything else. Oh yeah, some engineer-looking guy stopped by recently. Left something he called an orbital staff with me. Said it's some fancy new weapon. But who the heck would I ever sell a fishy thing like this to? An orbital staff, he said? That's what Tio uses, isn't it? Did she say it was still in the testing phase of development, though? Forget who you're selling it to. How are you able to sell it in the first place? The man looked like an engineer? This whole thing is setting off all sorts of alarms for me personally. Actually, that man might have been my boss. Boss, eh? From the Foundation? Yeah, yes, exactly. He may have come to drop off a newer model of the orbital staff for me to test. I do not understand why he could not simply give it to me directly. Yeah, why couldn't he have just handed it to her himself? Not sure what the deal is with this thing is, but I can at least sell it to the girl, right? Buy it then. I already had to pay for the shipment. Well, I don't need to do that now. you know, whatever. The old Central Square. Whew, this place is as busy as ever. Well, that's no surprise, given how this is more or less the heart of the city. Just look at these stores and the restaurants. You can get all your essentials here. It also acts as a hub leading to the other districts if you're in a hurry. And it's only gotten busier with the recent surge in orbital vehicles. Sure looks that way. Okay, everyone, how about we drop by the Orbital store next? You mean that Orbital factory the chief mentioned? Word around town is that the whole place got a huge makeover. Real fancy now. Indeed, this new type of factory focuses more on commercialized orbital products. They have a formal contract with the CPD as well. We should be able to rely on them for any of our orbital needs. We'll soon become regulars there, if that's the case. So, should we stop on by before we go into those districts? Yeah, it should be that corner building over there. Central Square includes a department store, orbital factory, armory, and restaurant. Since almost everything you need is available here, it's a good idea to visit if you ever need to stock up. Gen-10, the city's orbital store, is located at Central Square's eastern side. Can I buy a balloon? Would you like a balloon? Free of charge to the tourists. That's right, free. But I want my balloon. My papa works for a really big company. He even made something called the Orbital Network not too long ago. The thing is, my dad doesn't know how it works, so he constantly runs into problems. He's hopeless. I want to, like, I don't know if I'd ever be the one to do it, but, like, I want to, like, have a Let's Play or something on YouTube where someone talks to every single NPC. Like, could you imagine how long that would be, especially for something like Trails? Because I always feel bad, right? Like, you know, the developers put so much effort into a lot of these, like, they put a lot of effort into putting NPCs and giving them generic dialogue and stuff like that. So you gotta wonder, like, you know, who out there talks to every single one of them, and like, why are, you know, what would that playthrough be like on YouTube? I'm sure probably nowadays people would just skip through a lot of that sort of stuff. But I don't know. Back then, you know, you talked to everybody. You were actually required to talk to many people, if not everybody, in the old Final Fantasies, because they're the ones who gave you hints. Woo! So this is that orbital store people have been clamoring about? From the biggest orbital car to the smallest orbment, they have it all. On top of that, their redesign gives off that sleek and modern feeling, doesn't it? Hard to believe this was just a simple factory 3 years ago. Anyway, we should look for the technician to adjust our orbments. It should be a customer service counter over there. They will be able to make various adjustments if you ask them to. Alright, let's check out the counter then. They got orbital vacuums, refrigerators, whatever the frick that is. Is that like an oven? You can buy a car, there's a toaster, there's some speakers. Man, they got all the stuff over here. And then, yeah, big old orbs like this. That's like a laptop right there. And then I guess lights, whatever these must be. Howdy everyone, welcome to Gen-10 Orbital Factory. Shoot, I mean, welcome to Gen-10 Orbital Store. Oh, no way, Lloyd! Is that really you? Wendy? Wait a second, what are you doing here? How rude. Can't you tell by looking at me? I'm a Gen-10 member. Engineer. Seriously? I know you mentioned you were looking for a job in your letters. I just wasn't really expecting to run into you while working. Oh, this lovely lady's an old friend of yours, Lloyd. I'm a little jealous. Want to go on a date when your shift ends? Now isn't the time for this, Randy. We're on duty for crying out loud. It's nice to meet you, Wendy. I've heard great things about Gen-10, but the rumors don't do it justice. Gen-10? Gen-10? Oh, are you guys Lloyd's colleagues? Truth be told, the store was decorated based on the owner's personal taste. I should have mentioned this sooner, but this is just customer service. From here, we can provide maintenance for all your orbment needs. Alright, we'll be leaving our orbits in your capable hands from now on, Wendy. Oh, but our orbits are the Enigma models. Is that going to be an issue? Oh wow, so you guys got your hands on the brand new models, huh? I've got you covered. I should have the tools for them right here. Oh, a few regulars that use that model too. Man, bracers sure love their orbments. They have them too? I'm not surprised. The guild's connections have allowed them to acquire cutting-edge technology as well. Damn, we better catch up or else they're gonna leave us in the dust. This isn't a laughing matter, Randy. Oh, just ignore them. Anyway, I'd recommend getting used to us pestering you, Wendy. We'll be counting on you for any orbment problems we have. No problem, leave it to me. Whenever you get that itch to modify your orbment, just let me know and I'll get you all set up. Also, if you have any general questions about your orbments, just ask away. You speaking to an orbital pro, after all. If you select upgrade / synthesize the orbital store, you can synthesize new quartz or open slots in your tactical orbments. If you synthesize new quartz or place them in your orbments, you'll be able to use new arts. If you open orbment slots, the number of quartz you can set will increase, while also increasing your maximum EP. To use each function, septium fragments called sepith are required. You can obtain sepith by defeating monsters. One thing I wanted to actually see, not tactics. Yeah, so, unlike the Bracer notebook, they don't actually tell us, do they? Oh, no, they do. It's just in a different section. So these are all the Earth Arts: Stone Spike, Quaith, Gorgon Breath, Gaia, Titanus, Yggdrasil, Earth Pulse, which we're aware of, Crest, Lock Crest, Adamante Guard, Tyr, Terral, Tealis, Atealis. There's no Lotera? Yeah, there's no area heal. Maybe that's something else. Fire only has one page. Impassion, La Forte, Forte. Okay. Sparkle, Arrow, Sickle, Aerial, Sparkdyne, Thunder Cyclone, Breath. Oh, so this is where Breath comes into play. So they get rid of La Terre and La Terral and stuff like that, but they put it into Breath and Holy Breath. I see. That makes sense. So we need basically 2 green, you know, Sepith and 1 Aqua Sepith. Or I guess 2, I say it basically, the way I say it is I need 2 greens, 1 blue to get Breath. Sylphid is gonna give you move +4. Ricuria. Lorelei is debilitate. Time Arts, Soul Blur, our favorite. Death Spiral, Shadowblade. Shadowblade, damn, we're Silverthorn. Oh, it's in the space, never mind. Dark Matter, Last Disaster, Innocence Arc, Recovery, all cures. Oh, okay. Fortuna. ATS, ADF, 25%. A Reflex, Arts Reflect, and Celestial. Okay, so that's basically Seraphic Ring. Mirage, Chaos Brand, which in Sky, like, first chapter was so broken. I wonder how broken it is in this game. Galleon Tower, Avalon Games, Sate, Holy Sphere, Lunar Craze. Oh, there's no Silverthorn. It's kind of sad. Quartz Earth, so like these are all the different quartz we can get and what their values are. So if we have a defense 1, we're going to get 1 brown basically, or 1 orange, or 1 value of Earth, and so on and so forth. And if you have defense 3, which requires an upgrade slot, you're going to get 5, you know, 5 of them. Now, interestingly enough, I actually like this because I don't think Cold Steel did this. A defense quartz will actually cut away from your strength. And because of the way the Sepith values are tied to also what you have in terms of arts and stuff like that, it's actually a really cool system where, like, you know, if I have a defense 2, I'm getting 6% extra defense, but I'm losing 2% of strength. But I'm getting 3 Sepith value out of it, so I have a chance of getting some Earth Arts as well. But I see at the bottom there, for an Ares gem, you get 6+ strength and 6+ defense. But you need an actual Ares gem for that description, for that effect to take place. Septium Vein, we're aware of. Ingenuity is an Earth gem this time. That's interesting, because Ingenuity was a Fire gem last time. I think it was a Fire gem also in Trails in the Sky as well. Same thing for water, you know, in this case, right, if I use shield, I'm going to get some extra arts defense, but I'm losing some art strength as well. So you gotta be a little bit careful on how you set these things up, which normally doesn't actually matter a whole lot. Like a 1% decrease doesn't really make a huge difference, but it can vary slightly depending on like if you put like all shields. Like if you had a shield 1 and a shield 2, right? Now you're getting 9% of defense, but you're losing 3% of strength. We have effort, the Aquarius gem, 1.5% effectiveness of HP recovery arts. Whoever my healer is going to get that. Cancer gem is basically an area. Okay, so all the zodiacs I think are going to be like the. Here you get the bonus without the detriment. Same thing with fire. You know, invigorate, gain CP by attacking. So that's cool. Leo gem, gain 10 CP while finishing off enemies. That's a pretty cool gem. Scorpio gem, 20% chance to critical strike, 20% chance to. Oh, neat. Wind actually has 2 pages, so we have evade 1, 2, 3, move 1, 2, 3, no detriments there, which is pretty cool to see. Blind, prankster, hair, which is an increased chance of escaping about 50%. I usually just use a smoke bomb. I don't really try to escape. Like if I'm going to escape and I know I'm going to escape, I'll just use a smoke bomb. Intimidation, enemies are more likely to run away in the field. Scent, enemies are more likely to notice you on the field. Now this is actually really interesting though, because if you notice it's a 1 slot quartz, so you don't even have an upgraded slot for it. You get 4 wind and 2 of the other elements, so like that allows you to start creating some pretty good builds, but you just have to be aware that enemies are more likely to notice you on the field, which normally in my opinion doesn't actually matter a whole lot. Virgo gem, all elements only last for 1 turn. Interesting. Action 1, 2, 3, we saw that on Cold Steel. Impede 1, 2, 3, we saw that as well. Cast, of course we saw that as well, but there's only one version of cast it seems. Which is pretty interesting. Luck, Pisces gem, may evade magic attacks. That's pretty good actually. The Gemini gem, time to cast arts is like up by 50%. Okay, so that's basically your cast too. Hit 1, 2, 3, saw that as well. EP cut 1, 2, 3, best thing in the world, especially if you have mages. You want to get them EP cut because then you start getting into the abilities of using time, space, and mirage arts, but also like I suspect it's gonna be a little bit like Sky, where you're not just like, you know, you're not gonna have, because I didn't see Dragon Vein, so you're gonna have 1 ingenuity. So whoever's your opposite, whoever's your secondary arts user has arts, you know, they're gonna need EP cuts. Eagle Eye, of course, Heaven's Eye combines the effect of Eagle Eye information. Information's a pretty cool one, but we're gonna see in just a tiny bit. Taurus gem, absorb 25% of physical damage to HP. Oh, that's pretty cool. A Solar gem, absorb Earth Wind. Oh, that's a fantastic one. Look at that. That's probably super rare to get though. I don't know if we're gonna get that like until near endgame, if not halfway through. Mirage, EP 1, 2, 3. We saw that before. Mind 1, 2, 3. Same thing. You get a bonus, but you lose some defense. Confuse, pretty helpful. Information. See detailed information about enemies without analyzing. I like to have that one around. And then once you get Heaven's Eye, that just takes care of this. That takes care of a lot of things. So you have detection, displays some chest location on the minimap. This is actually a Mirage Quartz this time, as opposed to before detection was a Space Quartz, which is interesting to see, but, you know. I don't remember what it was in Sky, actually, now that I think about it. Bewitch slows movements of enemies attacked on field. It's pretty cool. Libra Gem, absorb 1% of damage dealt as EP. That's actually pretty cool. So for every 100 damage, you'll get 1 EP back, which doesn't seem like a lot, but as you get higher and higher and higher, that 1% actually does add up. At least in terms of math. And then Lunar Gem, again, super rare one, it seems, but we're going to absorb time, space, and mirage attacks. That's pretty cool to see. Hey, Chip, how's it going? You're new? Oh, well, welcome to the stream. I haven't seen you around here before. We don't need to ask questions. I think I already explained like a lot of the questions. I think I pretty much said a lot of what she would already tell us. Packing up the rest. Hey, nice. And so, you know, we can start crafting a few things if we so desire. Ah, I'm so close from an EP one. That's okay. I will create a mind. You know, I can't create that. I will create an evade. I'll create an attack. I'll create a shield. I'll create an HP. And I'll create a defense. You know, I'll just do one of each slots. And so now you can't. So the way this works, popping by to say bye. No worries. Appreciate you coming out. So one of the things is, unlike Cold Steel, you can't just open any slot wherever you want. You have to kind of go in order. So like I have to open this guy first in order to open up this guy, in order to open up that guy. But here we can actually see the lines a lot better than we can in the menu. And it's really kind of annoying because the Enigma doesn't even show the lines as well. In Sky's options, there actually was an option in the menu to make the lines a bit more visible, which is a little surprising that it's not here either. But while we're here, you know, I think once we learn the lines, it'll be pretty easy to tell. So we can see that Lloyd, pretty easy. One singular open slot that... And they kind of don't really tell you this. I mean, they do in the menu, but I don't think they do a very good job of explaining it until you actually see it in action. But basically, so Lloyd has two lines. He has the orange line and he has the blue line. This does not mean that he has to only use water quartz here. If it's locked, you'll actually see it like this, where, you know, you'll see a green outline or a blue outline or a red outline. No, what this basically says is that we now get to start doing some math, and I think it probably would be better if I show off, yeah, probably better if I show it off from here. So unfortunately I couldn't open up any slots, otherwise I'd be able to start showing this off now. But basically, for those who have never actually seen this sort of system before from Sky, because Cold Steel did not have this, it kind of did, but it really didn't matter a whole lot. Here it matters a lot. So we can see that the orange line, when I'm on the orange slots, the line beneath here is highlighted. I forgot I had a mouse. Hey, Takada. And then when I go to the blue is highlighted. Basically, for all the arts that I was showing off in the notebook just now, like, you know, breath, holy breath, you know, firebolt, soul blur, and stuff like that, that's based on the numbers that are listed here within the line. So I guess a good example would be what's a good example? So blue drop, right? Blue drop needs 2 blue and 1 yellow, right? So it's like, all right, so basically in this line, I would need 2 blues, this number to be 2 and this one to be a 1 in order to access that art, basically is how the system works. And we're going to see it more once I actually get into it. I probably should have done a slot opening up first before I started going ham on a lot of this, because it seems like I just really need water Sepith right now, but that's okay. We'll see that soon enough, actually. So yeah, that's just me over explaining things, but they don't actually do, they do show it to you in the notebook. You know, I'm not saying the notebook is bad. Like here, they'll tell you what the slots are, if they're locked or not. Orban slots 1, so like here what they tell you is like Orban slots 1 through 7 are connected by lines to extend from the central slot 1. And the diagram to the right, 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is the orange line that I was showing you, is what you want. And 1 to 5, 6, 7 make up 2 lines. After quartz is installed, the elemental value of the line shown will be calculated as shown below. Which is a nice graphic to have, but again, seeing it in action, I think, is where the system really starts making sense for a lot of people. Yeah, the arts quartz system in this is making my head fuzzy. It took me, I think, like 60 to 70% of Sky FC to really understand how it worked. But once it clicked, that's when I finally figured out how this game wants me to start creating builds for my characters. That's when it started making a whole lot of sense. I like how also the guide says you should start opening up some quartz and slots, and I did absolutely none of that. But let's go back to Station Street and get a good, you know, kind of lay of the land. Can we just go back in? Can I smack a dude? Come on, let me smack a dude. I only got 2 water sepith? Heck no, I'm not gonna sit here and just grind up some water sepith for that. That is cool though that they just let you come in here for no reason if you wanted to. Okay, but we have Station Square here. One of my things I like to do in trails in general, for like at least with Sky, what I did was if a character looks really like out of place, I talk to them. Chances are there's a chance that they might be important, or they might, you know, have some interesting dialogue. That's just my rule of thumb that I like to follow. Let's go check out the department Times. Times department store. I'm so used to having a mini map. And so here we have all the items that we're pretty much used to from Cold Steel. So a lot of these items actually started here, you know, so we're used to a lot of these items. But I'll read the Crossbell Times in just a second. I just want to explore some of these stores here and stuff like that. Welcome to the Times Department Store, the General Information Desk. Yeah. Over here we have ingredients. As with any Trails game, there's a lot of cooking and stuff like that. Nothing we haven't seen before. So, there's that. I love the non-loading times of this, man. It's so nice. Denim jacket for an extra whopping 6 defense for men. And a sunny blouse for an extra 6 defense. And ADF for women. Wow, that's a huge boost. That's 500 Mira, which I don't have on me. Silver chain, perfect tail. Interesting, so we have some accessories here. And then we have some shoes, fine sandals, evasion 5%. I like that, I like that. And then we have some flower pumps. Okay, I see. And I think that's it for this upstairs area. Okay. Here, the state map. So, West Crossbell Highway by the Battle Belt. I talk to every NPCs in Crossbell every time, but it gets so big, it's overwhelming. So I just talk to the NPCs that mentioned the guy and talk to random NPCs from time to time. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. Like, Trails has so many NPCs that it gets kind of like crazy to talk to every single one. So yeah, I don't expect anyone to do that. That's why I just follow my rule of thumb. If they look important, talk to them. But if not, you're not missing a whole lot. So here's the map of the whole Crossbell like estate. And so to the west, West Crossbell Highway by Belgard Gate. Over there is basically where Araboni is, like, the Guerrilla Fortress beyond that point. I think like to the southwest is Liberl. And then to the east we have the Republic of Calvard. But interesting to see a lot of the places they're going to be checking out. Their St. Ursula Medical College, the Michel Resort, the Tangram Gate, and Moria Village, Mining Village, stuff like that. Oh god, it's so bright! Okay, time for some reading. Breaking story, 5th stage of urban development plan. The state government announced... I feel like I should use a different voice. And there's the person who talks to all Trails NPCs to simulate real-life conversations. Couldn't be me. That'd be wild to do all of those to simulate real-life conversations. Damn. That's a lot. I feel like I use a slightly different voice than I did for Cold Steel. Like a not as kind of like pompous Imperial voice. But I only have one newscaster voice, so we're gonna go with that. But just know that I'm not trying to make him be like a pompous imperialistic person. The state government announced that the next stage of Crossbell City Urban Development Plan is in yesterday's urban planning Crossbell City's urban development plan in yesterday's urban planning meeting. This 5th stage consists of legislation to expand the maintenance of geofront, deregulate office construction, encourage local car usage, and much more. It seeks to address the needs of the city as its population and economy continue to boom. The development plan was launched 20 years ago and has now entered its 5th stage. This announcement pairs with a positive forecast of the economy for the next 10 years. Favorable comments can already be heard. I'm glad, frankly, says a woman running a street stall. High growth will bring stability, will bring high stability even to neighboring countries. Yeah, says an international economist. These predictions of the city's economic future will be crucial to foreign relations. Society. Acclaimed Arios McLean arrives again. Yesterday, 2 boys from the city got lost on the geofront. They were saved by Arios McLean, an A-rank baser associated with the guild branch of Crossbell. The situation resolved that incident. After following leads from the citizens, McLean swooped into the scene and saved the boys. They were within a hair's breadth of being killed by monsters in the deep part of the geofront. This feat truly fits his moniker, the Divine Blade of Wind. Questioning the careless management? After 20 years, the urban development plan has begun its 5th stage. It has seen brilliant results year after year. However, the downtown district has not seen nearly enough of this work. With recent incidents in the area, insufficient safety measures for children who may wander in, and unchecked monster infesting buildings, the inefficiencies of the urban management in this district should be apparent. We request a speedy response to this issue from the government. Unexpected guests appear? In other news, some unexpected faces have appeared during the recent incident. New to the CPD this year is a special support section. They came in to save the 2 children on their own. McLean says they were unsuccessful in their first mission because they didn't follow through to the end. This division was supposedly established to court public favor. How will they fare in the future? First mission a failure? I like the little picture that they gave us. Leisure. Crossbell's gourmet experience. Visit Long Lao Tavern and Inn by the market on East Street. Savor authentic food made faithfully by the owner, hailing from the Eastern Quarter in the Republic. Have some Long Lao Tanmen. Society. Grimwood Law Office for Legal Advice. Ian Grimwood, who has a law firm on the West Street, is set to handle everything from debt costs to corporate legal advice. Do keep the name Grizzly Grim in mind if you ever find yourself in legal trouble. Wow, there's advertisements in there too. It's a stark contrast to the way the Imperial Chronicle was written. But, you know, I guess that's what you get, right? When you don't have a, I don't want to do... Didn't want to do that yet. Back alley. What is this place? This is the infamous back alley of Crossbell. Though it's only an extension of the entertainment district, it's got its fair share of pubs and nightclubs you can waste the night away at. You sound like you're awfully familiar with this place, Randy. Grizzly Grim is the best nickname from this game. Pretty good, it's pretty good. But Bleba, what about Bespeckled Man? Of course, man, didn't I tell you before? The clubs around here have a ton of sexy chicks, dude. Alright, you can stop talking now. Randy seems pretty addicted to these kinds of places. Back alley is an alley that connects to the central square. You can find stores such as the Garante Jazz Bar, a Garanto Jazz Bar, and Melda Antique Shop here. While the prices may be expensive, you can purchase many useful items here. Try visiting when you have the chance. There's a chest back there. How do I get that? Hey, do y'all got a back door I could use? You have stairs. Yeah. Welcome. Feel free to inspect any and all of my prized antiques, dearies. Something about this place gives me the creeps. Look at the teddy bear! They're not as high quality as they were in freaking Sky. I used to make it a big point that anytime a teddy bear would show up in Sky, I would take a picture of it because they were so, like, high quality. Like, so much effort was put into sprite work for a teddy bear. What can we buy? Still Blue, Passionate Rouge. 25,000, Mira! You got me messed up. Look at this. 25,000. Damn. Hey, you drive a hard bargain. I don't got that kind of cash on me now. That's the exit. How would I get to that chest? Fine, folks, too. By any chance, you free right now? How about coming to my humble shop? Leave it to Bishy. I'll introduce you to a wonderful place. Come on, don't be shy. Follow me. What a sussingly enthusiastic man. And such an unlawful line of business. Oh man, you guys brought a kid with you? Oh, whatever. It's fine. I'll overlook her this one time. It's in a good place for kids to be in, little lady. You haven't realized that yet? I can tell Tia doesn't enjoy being treated as a child one bit. And what are you doing here? Ah, found found you, Randy. You haven't come by to play with us at all lately. What could be more important than us? My bad, sweetie. My hands are kind of tired right now, sort of in the middle of a career change. How's life been treating you, my dearest heiress? I guess the same as usual. I'm always working as hard as I can to beat my rivals. Randy, will you please come play with us again? You leave me no choice, man. Maybe I can make some time to... Yes, hello, Randy. Care to not hit on hostesses while with a minor, please? Has Randy always been this, amorous? Oh my. Sandra, that dirty codger. Can he keep his hands to himself? Jeez, I'm exhausted. Being a hostess isn't as easy as it looks. You need something? Tio glare, third only to evasive its yet Tio stare. Sorry, we're not open yet. Right you are. Place is a good selection of drinks, pretty popular around here, yeah? So this jazz bar is Garante. Wait a second, I think I remember my brother mentioning this place. Oh, I'm not so cold to give exhausted customers nothing for stopping by. I'd be able to whip a cocktail to you for you folks. Not for the kid though. So I'm the only one left out, is that right? You can't drink! Nor should you! I don't know if I want to find out what happens when Tio's drunk. I had intended to go into the restaurant actually first, but I feel like this majority of the stream is really just gonna be walking around Crossbell, so strap in, lads. Juicy steak, satisfying carbonara, sweet cake, and stir fry, crispy fry. Revives and restores HP. Damn, that's actually pretty nice. Might actually buy a couple of those, but there is one more book that I need. Everybody looks unique in this whole city. It's hard to tell who I should and should not be talking to. I guess, you know, arguably that means you should talk to everybody, but... Alright, let's go back to the back alley, head over to entertainment, hit residential, come back to west, and we'll just basically circle around. Yo, kids! You got some business here or something? Can't let you kids past here. It's private property up ahead. What's up with these guys? We jumped. They definitely ain't your friendly neighbors. Yeah, I think they're with the Mafia. I'd like to investigate when we get the chance, but we're still just rookies. For now, we shouldn't press our luck. Yeah, that's right. Get your ass out of here. Oh, I shouldn't swear around the kids. You can't New York accent. I almost had to. Just practicing my attempts at voice acting. Entertainment District. Huh? What's that over there? Oh wow, this is amazing! This is home to the continent-renowned theater troupe, Arc and Seal. Oh yeah, I heard their tickets can be ridiculously expensive though. Is everyone enjoying themselves? Time for our next stop on our tour. Aw man, can't we go inside and watch one of the performances? Sorry to burst your bubble, but their only show today is later in the evening. You can spend the night however you'd like. If you're a fan or simply interested, I would wholeheartedly recommend you stop by. Okay everyone, allow me to lead you to our next destination. I like coming out here to chill. Been a hell of a lot of tourists lately though. More tourists have been coming here thanks to how convenient the bus lines are. The entertainment district has a lot to offer, so that makes it one of the more popular spots for them to visit. That's why our work is of such importance. If something were to happen to them, it could snowball into an international crisis. A suboptimal situation, I would think. The entertainment district is a commercial area in the northern part of the city. Its various casinos, hotels, and theaters attract an incredible amount of tourists. Though not all of them may be accessible yet, you should try visiting them as you progress throughout the story. Look at that guy. He's so suave, he's sideways walking. Damn, the entertainment district's got it all. You can propose CP by staying at hotels and inns. Regular inns recover 100 CP, while luxury hotels recovers 200 CP. Oh, cool. That's helpful. I can buy ice cream. Snow gelato, vanilla ole. Are you kidding me again? Every freaking stream, I swear to God. Sending links to buy followers. Submit report. Yeah, you know how it is. There is a button ban. There we go. Oh my God. Every stream. I wonder how long it's going to take Twitch to take action on that. So it's 9:13. See how long it takes them. Can we go in? Is this a casino? Sure is. The illustrious Barca Casino. It's my go-to place in Crossbell City. So how about it, guys? A little casino action to celebrate our newfound division? Please try to use your brain, Randy. Come on, Mademoiselle Lee. Give me one good reason why we shouldn't. Well, for one, we're in the middle of training today. Sorry, Randy. You're just going to deal with it. Damn it! Millennium is so big, they got 2 whole things over there. What do you got to say? Hey there! Want to play? I hope you have a wonderful time! Nah. And here's the residential district. This is Crossbell's Northwestern District. It's been home to many upper class families for as long as I can remember. Nothing but big-ass mansions around here. Yeah. Huh? Play is acting strange. The residential district is a quiet district in the northwest part of Crossbell City. There are no special facilities, but the large mansions are home to various affluent people living their lives. It would be a good idea to stop by these homes occasionally when patrolling the city. You know, that's a good point. Like, now that we're actually cops, like, do we gotta, like, do, like, routine inspections and say, hey, what's up? The Hayworth residence. You have a face! You're important. Oh, are you here to see my husband? I apologize, but Harold isn't home at the moment. I'd be more than happy to relay a message to him if you'd like. Oh, my apologies. You are my husband's clients, are you? That makes a lot more sense now. I thought it was strange for a group of young people to be negotiating with Harold. Your husband is involved with commerce, correct? Yes. He's a trader, albeit a relatively minor one. I apologize for the misunderstanding. Please come by again if you need our assistance. We'd love to try and help you. I know my RPGs. If you have a face, you're important too! You guys want to play with me too? It's a rule of JRPGs. If they have a face portrait, they're probably important in some way. Or they will be important. Oh no, he's a traitor. How's her granny doing? Izuri. Oh, you're Henri's grandma. And is not even gonna mention that. Thanks, Varric. Where is the little tyke anyway? Well, he's certainly not here. My babies. Am I a professional at watering flowers? Yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night, lady. Sunita. Heck yeah. there's a whitewashed Indian family here. Oh no, he's tan. You're Bond? What the hell? How do you like the lock camera? You know, it really didn't hit me the fact that we're in a consistently locked camera angle until you said that. I thought that's just how it is. And I'm gonna, like, you know, but I haven't been able to enter a location where I can change the camera angle yet. But yeah, it's all locked, isn't it? It's not open and free like Sky. Whoa, this mansion is really impressive. Looks like the gate is closed though. Hey Lloyd, wouldn't it be rude to loiter in front of someone's house if we don't have any business here? Yeah, you're right. Whoever lives here must be pretty famous. It'd be wise not to intrude on them so suddenly. Old Man Ray's. Oh. That's another way of getting into the Geofront area. Alright, so that's pretty much this. Who the hell are you? Pentos! Alright, well, you're a snob. Hey, look, it's the Grimwood Law Office. West Street. I believe this area is known as West Street. Yep, it's one of the larger residential areas in the city. Just look at all the apartments. I'm actually familiar with most of the people in the area. Is it okay if I take some time to catch up with them when we get the chance? So I take it you grew up around these parts? Hell, we're already here. May as well do some meeting and greeting before we head out. I'm sure you've been longing to see your friends and family. We can accompany you too. Thanks, guys. I should swing by Belheim to visit Auntie. I could probably find Oscar working at Morgus too. West Street is a residential area in the western part of the city. The streets are lined with homes and apartments, along with the occasional shop. Our main protagonist, Lloyd, was born and raised in this district. Yay! How wonderful. The general store here. I assume you pretty much can just buy the... Yeah, pretty much the same stuff as the other stores. Nothing too special. And you have an upstairs area as well. You live where you work. You live where you work. Can we go to the law office? Man, Grizzly Grim isn't even here. Ugh. What a shame. Now supposedly there's a chest out here. And wouldn't you believe it, there is. And there's Eagle Eye. Ooh. Wait, you don't live in Villa Raisins? Get out of here. Tricky, tricky. Am I like looking for somebody here at the Raisins? Didn't Lloyd say... Not that one. Oh, Belheim, not Raisins. Man, it's nice having a message log. Okay. Hey, you're the guy from the other day. On patrol or something? Oh, the police really so short-staffed they need you to do it? Being a police officer is a busy job, Ryu. And besides, patrolling is one of our duties. Putting that aside, you guys really need to cut it out with the dangerous stunts. Weird, I have no idea what clue what you're talking about. Valheim has an exit? Weird. Oh my goodness. Like, we zoomed in a lot. Nice, Lloyd. Didn't you know you liked him that young? No, I do not. Are you trying to destroy my reputation? You have one? That damn fool of a son. Long time no see, Uncle Miles. Oh, you're... Well, if it isn't little Lloyd from next door. What a pleasant surprise. I heard that you were back in town, but I didn't think you'd grown so much. I hardly recognize you. I may have grown physically, but I'd hardly call myself a man. I wouldn't say that. You did pass the qualification exam to become a detective, after all. I'm sure if Guy were still here, he'd be proud of his little brother. You really think so? Well, I'd be glad if that were the case. Truly the case. He absolutely would. Don't worry about it. By the way, did you want to stick around? The wife's in the kitchen if you want to say hello. I'm sure she'll be ecstatic to see you again. Yeah, I'll do just that. Oh? Is that really you, Lloyd? When I look at Lloyd's diagonal sprite, it looks like he's slouching because of his huge coat. He kind of is, isn't he? It is! I'm home, Aunt Leia. I'm sorry it took me so long to visit. It should have been the first thing I did. Oh, Lloyd, you finally come home. I heard that CPD basically hired you on the spot. So how is it? Have you already started working? Or are you in training? It's fine so far. It might be a bit too easygoing for my taste, though. Our chief kind of just lets us do our own thing. Really? That sounds like an enjoyable place to work to me. Honestly, I'm just happy to see you looking healthy and cheery again. I'll have to thank Adios next time at the cathedral. Lloyd, if you're ever in need of anything while you're living in the dorms, you'd better let me know right away. You can count on me to charge in and protect my little angel. Come on, Auntie, I'm not a little kid anymore. And besides, I've been living in dorms since I was enrolled in the police academy. Oh, don't be such a stranger, Lloyd. You just came home. Don't be afraid to rely on your auntie to help you out. Sorry, Auntie. I'll be sure to drop by again soon. I'll bring some desserts and we can catch up over them. Lloyd's aunt just totally smoked him. Despite her seemingly gentle nature, she appears to be quite the formidable force. On that note, are they even related by blood? Maybe not, but they're as close as any family as I've ever seen. I'm a bit jealous. This is an interesting apartment complex. Like, where's the entrance? I guess way down there, but we can't access it. Hey, Oscar! Well, if it isn't my man Lloyd. So you finally decided to stop by and visit your old buddy, Oscar, eh? It's been way too long, dude. What's it been? A year since we last hung out? Seriously, it's been 3 years, Oscar. You're as blissfully unaware as ever. Some things never change. Haha, I blame the fact that we keep sending each other letters. It never really felt like you were gone for that long, you know? Now let's see. You got a little taller, but I see you still haven't outgrown that baby face. Shut up. Haha, got you there. You must be an old friend of Lloyd's then. Yep, the oldest. Name's Oscar. I work as an apprentice here at Morg's Bakery. And you three must be this dummy's co-workers. Yep, my name's Randy. Nice to meet you. I'm Ellie. Tia Plato. Nice to meet you guys. He could tell we worked together even though we aren't wearing uniforms? Sometimes I can't tell whether he's completely oblivious or a lot sharper than he lets on. What's up? You look like you're thinking pretty hard, buddy. Oh yeah, you still cook, Lloyd? What? I mean, a little. I had to help my uncle with chores, so that meant cooking every so often. Sweet, then take this. Your reunion gift from yours truly. Hope you'll get some use out of it. How about I teach you how to make a killer sandwich while you're here? Trust me, it's cake. It's the perfect recipe to get you the swing of things. Thanks, Oscar. This actually looks pretty neat. You even have spots to write down variations of different recipes. And since you all have access to it, how it's used can vary from person to person. I think you'll get a kick out of it. It'll certainly keep us well fed. It's a little embarrassing, but all my cooking know-how comes from baking cookies. What about you two? Well, I can only really roast and boil stuff. You know, food you'd have camping out in the wilderness. If a recipe has a clear and concise protocol I can follow, I can manage. If you're interested, I'd be happy to teach you a thing or two. When you talk to people or examine certain things, you can sometimes learn cooking recipes. Recipes are recorded in the recipe notebook. If you use a recipe notebook, you can prepare dishes with various effects at any time. When cooking recipes, there's a set chance to get a supreme or peculiar variant of each dish. Cooking can sometimes result in failure, too. Most of the grains used in cooking are sold at general stores and various shops. Monsters may drop them as well. I mean, you're pretty much going to get most of your meats. You have green hair. But, like, you're pretty much going to get most of your meats from monster drops anyway. But special walnut bread. Oh, man, that sounds amazing. What is this? Oh, this is home. Well, that explains it. Alright, cool. So we've looped around there. Next, we can go to the... Oh, we can go to East Street, then go downtown, and come back to Harbor, and then get to Administrative, I'd say. Right? Yeah. It is cool, actually, yeah. Basically, because you're, you know, like, the way we're exploring Lloyd's old home, and everyone's, like, talking to him, and you get to learn a bit about his past. It is pretty cool, actually. It's a stark contrast to Cold Steel, where, you know, we were in school immediately. Sky kind of had it, but, like, we weren't coming home. We were just still in the same area in Roland, so everyone was talking to Estelle and Joshua as, you know, like, as they, you know, as they have been normally, so... Interesting perspectives, nonetheless. And it's not like they're really going in depth with it, too. It's a lot of just, like, high-level stuff that you would normally see in conversations, too. So it's very much like a... You gotta pick up on some of the context clues from the conversation, which is really cool. It's nice to see. Wowza, talking about exotic-looking street, eh? I believe this style is referred to as Eastern-inspired. I have some knowledge of the area, but it pales in comparison to seeing it in person. I haven't had the chance to properly look at all the stalls at the marketplace, to be honest. Yeah, why don't we check it out then? This is the part where I remind everybody that we aren't here to shop. And besides, I think the Bracer Guild is located somewhere around here. East Street is an Eastern-inspired district on the east side of Crossbell City. The marketplace is filled with street vendors and is popular among shoppers. Additionally, the Crossbell branch of the Bracer Guild is located in the area and provides support to the citizenry. Oh, this is making me excited for Kurono Kiseki, where we finally go to Calvard. Different place. Vanguard is a different place. Can y'all make things cheaper? I already have three. Why is it not in order? I need a marbled steak for a happy ham sandwich. Wow. That is one heck of a sandwich. The long... I'm also the only person I know who likes Sky's FC's opening bit. I thought the slow plot and intense liberal warbling was a necessary evil. I see it as a necessary evil, but... Man. Until you get past Bose, oh, it is slow. It's really slow. That's my only gripe with it, of just how slow it is. Beyond that, like, I'm all for it. You need that world building, but especially since it was a lot, for many people, it might be like their first introduction to Trails. But once you get past the boss region, you're set. I think I would have liked it more if the slowness was only Roland. Like if Starf started picking up more when we got to Bose instead of I'm blanking on the name. What was that city? Ruan. Instead of when we got to Ruan, that would have been a lot cooler. Or what was that name of that village? It had the Magnolia Inn. Oh god, I know the inn, but what was the name of the village? It was between Ruan and Bose. What was it called? You guys know what I'm talking about. Then I wouldn't have minded FC's opening section as much if it was just Roland that had that slowness. They're fishermen. I like how we could just go into the Bracer Guild here. So this building belongs to the Bracer Guild? Indeed, they're an international non-governmental organization serving to keep the peace and protect civilians. In other words, they're the continent's favorite allies of justice, and our competitors. Though I suppose we should technically be collaborating with them. Oh my, welcome to the Bracer Guild. Are you those new SSS folks I've been hearing all over? What? May I ask how you know of us? It's nice to meet you. I'm Lloyd Bannings with the CPD's Special Support Section. Yeah, visit the Bracer Guild from time to time. Menoria Village! Yep. That's it. I'm Michelle. I serve as the Bracer's Guild receptionist out here in Crossbell. Heard about you guys from Arios. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Still, I was surprised to see you recognize us immediately upon entry. Heh, I figured it out by them badges pinned to your chest. Your faces scream, freeze! Hey, so I figured our mission statements are pretty similar, right? I suppose so. I cannot deny that. I'm guessing you guys aren't too amused about the situation, eh? Oh, silly you. We totally don't mind at all. In fact, we welcome you with open arms. We're always drowning in requests, and our bracers already have their hands tied down. You'd be doing us a huge favor by taking some of these requests, you know. I see. It's a bit of a relief to hear that. Don't get ahead of yourselves, though. You haven't done squat to prove yourself as reliable allies. Yet. Ouch, not pulling any punches, are we? I know I'm being a tad bit too harsh, but we seriously have some of the best bracers Lemuria has to offer. It's not just Arios either. All of our other members are damn skilled and are respected by the citizens. I get the established SSS to help regain public trust with CPD, but all of its members are total newbies. Whether you're competent or not remains to be seen, right? When you put it that way, there's no arguing that. Bit of a hard ass, don't you think? I'll relax the billing now. You all should just do what you can and work on improving. Don't be afraid to fall and scrape your knees, because we got your backs. Thanks. We'll do everything we can to make your lives easier. Arios, Arabonia, Scott, standby. Wenzel, standby. Wenzel? Now that's a name that we heard Michelle is tied with Aina, Kilika, and Jean. Maybe Elmon too for best guild receptionist. Jean was awesome. Kilika was cool. Aina is just bae. Jean was it, man. Wenzel. Now that's a name we heard in Cold Steel. Lynn and Aelia. Small jobs, weird jobs, these are pretty important sounding jobs. Can't say I'm surprised. Who's up here? Man, Arius is on another business trip? Guy can't seem to catch a break. Who am I to talk though? We're about to get dispatched ourselves. Lynn and Aelia should be back soon. Mitchell sure loves working us to the bone, eh? The man's a slave driver. I'm surprised he doesn't brandish a whip. Pardon us, are you all bracers? Oh, I recognize you guys. You're those officers from the SSS, right? You're right, you are correct. I figured it out in an instant, eh? Yeah, because you guys are brimming with immaturity. Do a bunch of guys as experienced as yourselves really plan on working in Crossbell? It's frustrating to hear insults, but I can't deny his reservations. But regardless of how you feel about us, we intend to do what we can. How naive. Do you seriously think you'd ever grow if you never pushed beyond your limits? Wow, he's harsh. Well, despite our onslaught just now, I'll be personally cheering for you guys. If police showed a bit more competency, we wouldn't be working so damn hard all the time. You actually give us even more work by making us clean up after you. Sorry, we're working on fixing that. Wenzel's not pulling any punches. Alright, that should be everything in this area. Oh, there's a random house. I got that. I got that. I don't have that yet, but I'm not there yet. Then we're going next. Okay, cool. What? Oh, that's their house! Well, shit, I gotta go talk to them. Downtown district. Damn, there's a neighborhood down here? This place really a part of Crossbell City? Yes, it is. This is the downtown district. Yeah, I haven't really visited these parts either. This place is supposedly the remnants of a development project from long ago. According to the records, many citizens still inhabit the area. Interesting. I didn't know that. At any rate, this place is still within our jurisdiction. Let's do a quick sweep at the area. Downtown district is a rundown area from the founded city outskirts. While home to some of the useful facilities, they are unavailable in the early stages of the game. Be sure to check back every once in a while as the story progresses. Wait. Oh, that's right. Dear, we meet again. If I recall correctly, we sat across from each other on the train. Oh, you're the kind lady from back then. That's right, you said your house was on the East Street. This must be it then. I remember how you offered to carry our luggage for us. You're an admirable man for your age. Oh, by the way, my husband is upstairs. If you'd like to talk to him, I'm sure he'd be pleased to see you again. Sure, I'd be happy to. Oh, you know that lad that we sat on the train, right? How was your first day at work? Thanks you for asking. I feel like I'm really starting to get the hang of it. Oh, why are these your colleagues? It's nice to see a group of young people working together towards a better tomorrow. I don't know how much I can help, but feel free to drop by and chat if you want to. Back in my day, I was a merchant. I'm lucky to have a few connections around the state. Oh wow, I never knew that. Who are you acquainted with exactly? Let me think. There's the mayor of Crossbell, and there's a certain association of merchants. On top of that, my friend of mine is also the director of St. Ursula Hospital. Lloyd? Isn't this guy kind of a big deal? Sir, what do you do for a living? I'm glad you asked. I'm sitting chairman of Crossbell's Business Owners Association. Oh, don't go getting all nervous now. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. His appearance does not play the part, though. So this is Chairman Moore's of the Business Owners Association. Cool. We just casually walked in on the chairman of a business association. No big deal, right? Well, it's about time we come see ourselves over to Lotus Heights. Sure do be wild out here in the West. God damn it, why'd it have to be like this? Those stocks are supposed to be safe. It's not like I screwed up. Who are you? Are you friends with those delinquents? Get lost. This game is just asking for me to use all the accents in my book, aren't they? I love the theme of this area, though. Exchange shop, Trinity. How the hell do you expect to turn a blind eye to something like this? Well, I guess I can't ignore Wazzy's orders either. What the heck? Flower pumps? How would anyone have seen that? That's so random. Can we go to Trinity? Hold it right there. Sorry, but we're closed at the moment. Wazzy's in the middle of a meeting of an important guest. Please take your leave. And that's closed. So whatever this place is called. Oh, you folks customers? I've already used all my spare parts for the day. Sorry about that. Come back another time if you need anything. Hey, this is a factory, right? There are no records of this business in the database either. He must not be in possession of a permit. A smart lass you are. You'd be correct, as I've yet to submit an application. This isn't an official shop. I'm just running it for my own personal pleasure. I like to use it to repair broken orbital devices. It is essentially a repair shop then. Figures you can count on Crossbell to find anything you'd ever need. If I may respectfully comment, sir, it would be in your best interest to apply for a business permit. Ha, you may be right, missy. Anyway, I figured it's about time I closed shop. If you folks ever need any help, you know where to find me. It'll barely cost you anything for some trivial repairs. I could fix a broken orbital line for dirt cheap. Whee! That's about it for this area, actually. There's just this area up here. That's that. That's probably a group of people. What are you looking at? You got a problem with me? Get the hell out of here. That's probably some people that we don't want to talk to. Alright, back to city life. This is truly the definition of a city. You got like a western area, you got like a, you know, an eastern area, you got like your actual you got areas of all kinds of people out here in the city. Them city folk don't know what hit them. CNS, oh my god. Harbor District. The Harbor District. It's connected to Lupnus River and Lake Elm just south of us. This area is home to many different businesses. If you look north, you'll see all sorts of companies lined up next to each other. Can't forget about that nice park in the middle, though. This place is just a right bit for relaxing. I bet I could take a quick snooze. They're easy. The database indicates this area is simply named the Harbor District. Not exactly a complex name, is it? Wait, is that the Crossbell Times? I was wondering where they moved their office to. The city's gone through a lot of changes in the past 3 years. The Harbor District serves as the business district and is located in the northeastern part of the city. The park faces Crossbell's longest river, the Lupnus River. The Lupinus River. Citizens and tourists alike visit the scenic park for relaxation and fun. It's also home to some major businesses such as the famed Crossbell News Service. Can we go fishing? There is a fishing spot right there, actually. We can't go up the lighthouse yet. I see you, fishing spot. I'll be back for you. Can't go in there yet. What do you got? Dynasty noodles? Oh, okay. Why does every door say exit instead of enter? Okay. That was pretty much everything we could do there. The Administrative District. The City Hall, CPD headquarters, of the City Library. It certainly lives up to the name of Administrative District since all the primary public offices operate here. I appreciate the tranquility of this area. I can see myself relaxing on those benches. Considering this is one of Crossbell's prime locations, I'm surprised at how unusually quiet it is around here. Well, the department is right here, so I'm sure we'll be visiting frequently. We definitely should try and remember the way here from the SSS building. Roger that, leader. Didn't we receive one of them support requests from HQ telling us to go there? May as well pop in since we're already here. The Administrative District is home to administrative affairs and is situated on the northern part of the city. Many important government institutions and the CPD headquarters can be found here, so you'll be visiting the area often. In addition to Crossbell City Hall, you may browse an encyclopedia to broaden your understanding of the world at the City Library. No! Okay. So we've already been to the entertainment district. We've already been there. Okay, so this is the last district we need to go to before we can, Oh, there's the IBC. Hang on. The International Bank of Crossbell. This is the IBC's main headquarters, isn't it? It's an impressive building. Yes, this is indeed the IBC's main headquarters. Not only do they have many branches spread throughout all of Zamuria, but their services extend beyond just banking. They became the continent's lead asset holder 10 years ago. It wouldn't be an exaggeration to call the IBC the cornerstone of Crossbell's economy. Indeed, the IBC is an unfathomed force in the finance, construction, and real estate industries. Their latest ambition has been to fund a variety of massive public projects for Crossbell. Reports have shown them investing a fortune to the expansion of the geofront and the orbital network. Oh, another kind of place I normally associate with. Excuse me, Randy, you are aware that our salaries are transferred to us through the IBC, correct? Oh wait, are you kidding me? Considering they're within the city, it's pretty convenient for us. Although, I think the bank's closed today. Correct. The employees are given weekends off. Let's come back some other time. Lucky them. Now in the library... who would have thought writing a thesis could be this difficult? I purchased a novel a while before I started my thesis, hoping to read and relax during my downtime. Oh hey there, would you like to take this book off my hands? I'm too busy to even consider reading it. Back alley Dr. Glenn. So, unlike with Cold Steel, I'm just going to be reading the books as I get them. Seven pages. Chapter 1, The Back Alley Doctor. Remferia, the Principality of the Beautiful North, was famous for its advanced medical care. Hospitals equipped with the latest technology attracted the best of doctors, and medical technology was developed by the best of the best manufacturers. However, this nation of medical excellence had a shady side. In an area downtown, orbital research was slow. The streets lacked any hospitals the Principality was publicly known for. On the other hand, this suspicious area didn't lack the chill of the unpleasant north. They stood at one clinic. At a glance, the 40-year-old building revealed its age, deteriorated, diminished hopes for an ordinary physician. Inside stood the silhouettes of two people. Oh, 1 million Mira! Shouted the older man hysterically as he noticed more zeros on his bill than expected. Across from him sat a man in his mid-30s, sporting an unkempt beard that complemented his laziness. Few would recognize his massive, muscular figure as a doctor without his filthy white coat. Ah, my bad. An exceptional mistake, the doctor answered in his low voice and added another zero to the sum. Before his eyes, the price jumped tenfold to what it was before, to which the old man's face shot from impatiently pale to furious red. Dirty swindler! These treatment costs are ridiculous! I refuse to pay this! And indeed, it was far beyond what any doctor established in Remiferia was legally allowed to charge. Watching the furious old man, the doctor couldn't help but laugh. You yourself seem to have earned quite a pretty penny as well. Makes you wonder whether it's all clean. The patient was a corrupt politician, his infamy bolstered by unending rumors of bribery and tax evasion. On this particular day, he had taken 3 bullets before he was brought here. If the public learned of this, his life as a politician would land in a kind of trouble. but this doctor extracted the bullets in secrecy. In short, he had to pay hush money on top of surgery costs. I figured it would be a decent price for one's life, he threatened. I figured it would be a decent price for one's life, he threatened, causing the old man to lose his cool. He thrust his concealed orbital gun into the doctor's back. The doctor continued smiling. Well, actually, there is still one bullet within you. If you were to kill me, I wouldn't be able to remove it for you. He pointed his finger at the old man's stomach. He felt something hard under his skin where he didn't have a surgery scar. The doctor intentionally left the last bullet untouched. The old man felt a dull pain and lowered his gun. So, are we going to pay now? And with that, the doctor continued the surgery. The flames of anger left the old man's eyes. All that remained was fear. The doctor's name, Glenn. Despite being an exceptionally talented doctor, he was unaffiliated with any of the hospitals in the Principality. He was considered a back alley doctor, treating everyone from politicians to illegal immigrants to murderers, who demanded unreasonable prices in return. A couple days later, in his worn-down chair, he gazed absently at the suitcase containing 10 million mira. He looked outside and saw the rain dripping down the window. Such large raindrops were uncommon in the north of Remiferia. No client would come in during this weather, when the sound of rainfall suddenly became louder. Pardon me, Glenn. Pardon me. Glenn spun around as he heard the voice. There was a nurse standing in the hallway of his dilapidated clinic. Interesting. Arkansas, Arteria, artifacts. Oh man, we can learn about everything. B Phantom Thief, Bracerville, Calvar Republic, Crossbell State, Eastern Quarter, Epstein, Erebonian. What is this about Erebonia? 913. And now Twitch says that, you know, that the bot count was a bot. The Erebon Empire is located to the west of the Crossbell State, represented by the emblem of the Golden Stallion. The current emperor is Uget Raiset Arnor. Despite the empire's rule by an intricate nobility structure has begun to modernize due to the railway expansion efforts of Gileath Osborne, a veteran now known as the Blood and Iron Chancellor. Between its mechanized armed forces and private forces that command the nobles, Erebonia has always strained with its neighbors. Last year, Oliver, the emperor's son, cooperated with Liberal to resolve a crisis there, becoming the talk of the empire. Yep. 100 Days War, Great Collapse, IBC Jaeger Corps, Lemon State, Liberal Kingdom. What is it about Liberal? Liberal Kingdom is situated in the southwest part of the Zemurian continent. Rich in nature and history, the kingdom is ruled by the long-lived Queen Alicia II, a staunch advocate for peace. While a humble nation compared to those around it, its bountiful septium reserves, advanced technological capabilities, and Queen Alicia's skillful diplomacy allowed it to stand on equal footing with any other. Last year, a large object of unknown origin appeared over Valeria Lake, disturbing orbits nationwide. This crisis was resolved through the joint efforts of the Royal Army and the Bracer Guild. So much reading. So much reading. ZCF, let's go. And we've seen a lot of this information in Cold Steel as well, but also if you play Sky, you get to pretty much learn all about what the what those things are as well. So there's the City Hall. Okay. There is one optional thing that we can do with Cop the Cat, but we're not going to do that, right? We're not going to do that. It's for powerful quartz, but I don't want to go through the effort of it because it's a little bit much. But we can now report. Also, I was very gutsy and I did not save at all this entire time. Oh my, Bespeckled woman. Oh, Lloyd. Hello again. We saw the request on the terminal, so here we are. Great, I've been waiting for you guys. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Rebecca, the head receptionist of the CPD. And I'm Fran Seeker. Fran Seeker, huh? Also receptionist of the CPD. I don't think I had the chance to properly introduce myself the other day. Yeah, I suppose you didn't. That day wasn't one of our finest moments. What you mean to say is, we were scolded by the Vice Commission after we let a bracer steal all of our credit. Don't remind me. Tio? Oh, yeah. Well, there's nowhere to go but up, right? Don't worry too much about it. The SSS was only established recently. I think this is the first Bespectacled woman we meet. And as for this game, Sarah didn't have any classes when we met her. The SSS was only established for you recently, so you're bound to run into your fair share of uncomfortable situations. And if you all ever need a helping hand, you can always rely on us, okay? Thanks, we appreciate it. Your kind words have put this trembling heart at ease. The pleasure's all ours. So, do you mind explaining the additional details regarding support requests? Of course not, let's get started. First of all, HQ has assigned a dedicated operator to support the SSS. That's our very own Fran right here. It's a pleasure to work with you all. An operator? So Fran will be supporting us via our enigmas? Well, my specialty isn't really supporting you guys in the field. My main duty is to help report and process the completion of support requests. This will be done via the Orbital Network. I don't know about you guys, but I'm getting real confused right about now. In other words, the SSS will be accepting a myriad of different requests from now on. And once we finish these requests, Fran will process our reports that we submit using her own terminal here at HQ. So then that means we don't have to come to headquarters every time we need to submit a report. Is that right? Precisely. Once your reports are approved and processed within the system, we will send the proper compensation your way. Furthermore, when your DP accumulates beyond a certain threshold, your detective rank will also increase. Feel free to ask me about that later. Basically, these are all my new duties as the very first operator of the SSS. I see, that makes sense. So we can avoid all those irritating procedures by using the terminal down at the SSS building, yeah? Correct. It's actually part of the Orbital Network initiative in Crossbell. Tio, has the terminal at the SSS been installed yet and tested yet? Yes, it is good to go. Good to hear. Well then, please let me explain the additional details regarding your support requests. If there's anything you don't understand, don't be afraid to speak up. Support requests are requests submitted by various individuals to SSS. Support requests vary from person to person, ranging from the... Also, like, is this stuff supposed to be voiced? I didn't change anything, or I didn't move any files around and stuff like that. It's surprising there's this much stuff that isn't voiced. But, you know, I guess it's not really a main cutscene. With the exception of a few special cases, you retain the right to decide whether you'll accept support requests or not. However, if you do accept them, make sure to complete them within the given deadline. As far as the current support requests go, you're able to accept and report them on the Special Support Section's terminal. Once you confirm them, the details will also be recorded in your detective notebook. Please try to keep a track of your requests. Also, your terminal will automatically update each day with new support requests. We recommend that you make a habit of checking the terminal each morning. Whenever you complete a support request, please make sure to submit your report at the terminal. We'll be able to immediately process it via the Orbital Network. Based on the contents of the request, you'll be compensated with special rewards from time to time. Report your completed quests whenever you can. By completing your investigation successfully and finishing support requests, your achievements within the CPD will be noticed. Your accomplishments will be determined by the amount of detective points, or DP, earned. The extra DP may be obtained depending on your performance during missions and requests. When your DP reaches a certain threshold, you'll be promoted. Currently, the ranks are divided into 15 levels. You'll be rewarded with every rank promotion, so it's definitely worth the extra effort. Alright, I believe that should wrap up the explanation on support requests. When you return to the SSS, try pressing the report option on your terminal screen. I'll make sure to send more support requests your way as they come in. Got it. Thanks, you two. Woo! Yep, it's there. It's on. Well, let's head back home for right now. Too far. Aye. So all we have to do is use this terminal to report our progress to headquarters, right? That is correct. We should try testing it. There we go. It only took a moment to send a report. Talk about efficient. From here on out, I assume we'll be reporting finished support quests in the same manner. Another update? It appears that more requests have already been added to the system. We should verify each one just to be safe. Lost item search. Okay. Vacancy verification. And Geofront A1 monster extermination. Alright. Phew, that's a lot. More monsters than that Geofront, eh? So this is an extermination request. From what I heard, those are usually handled by the Bracer Guild. Hear me out, guys. Why don't we take care of this extermination ourselves? Are you inferring looking for a bit of redemption, Lloyd? Something like that. It was because of R.S. McLean that we came out unscathed last time. If we had time to prepare, I genuinely believe we could have handled it ourselves. Besides, today's our first official day on the job, so why don't I start off with a bang? You make a compelling argument. It seems unnecessary, but your logic is sound. I like the way you think, Lloyd. You better start repairing our already rocky image, you know? Now that we got a plan, I guess we should head to the Geofront when we're ready. Yeah! Among the support requests, there are some that are higher priority and mandatory. These are marked as urgent. When completed, the story will advance. Other support requests are not mandatory. Please pay attention to them, however. They have time limits and will expire if ignored. Well, of course. What am I doing? What am I doing? Don't I get like a reported thing for this? But yeah, we have 3 more of these. But we're gonna do these 2 first. So first we need to go back to Hotel Millennium. Okay. And that is this way. I guess not you. The hell? In your room. Tron. Okay. Does not say what room you're in, buddy. Found you. Oh, I don't think I could take another step. I might as well cut my losses and head home. Excuse me, sir. By any chance, did you submit a request in the special sports section? Oh, were you guys police officers? Woohoo! I didn't think you guys were actually gonna come. We're here to help. Your request mentioned that you lost some of your belongings. Could you explain how that happened exactly? Yeah, of course. Sorry, it's just so frustrating. I don't have the energy to cry anymore. You see, I love shopping, so I thought I'd spend the day checking out some random shops around the city. I eventually noticed there was a gaping hole in my bag, but it was already too late. All my stuff had fallen out. I searched what felt like forever, but I still couldn't find any of my belongings. That really sucks, man. It's almost been a full day, though. Doubt your stuff's hanging out where you dropped it, to be honest. Passerby may have noticed your belongings and decided to hold on to them. Would you please state the locations you visited during your shopping spree? Sure thing. As you expected, I stopped by the department store first. I spent a good amount of time there with the brand name stuff they have on display. Can you blame me? Sorry, that's besides the point. Afterwards, I went to East Street's marketplace. And it wasn't until I stopped to rest near the park in the Harbor District that I noticed the tear. After an uneventful day of frantic searching, I couldn't find diddly squat. I think I ended up losing my wallet, a souvenir I'd bought, and, well, something else. I'm pretty sure I lost 3 things in total, but about that last one... You're gonna tell us you can't remember what it was, aren't you? Well, there still should be enough for us to go on. We'll start by searching around the places you have visited. Times East Street and the Harbor District. There's all commercials area. It'll probably save us a lot of time and effort if we simply ask the workers there if they know anything. Awesome! Let me know if you find anything. I instinctually went to go hit X to warp, and then I'm like, oh, wait. We can't warp! It's a darn shame that we have to walk around everywhere again. Times Department Store. Tron was in here for a bit. You might have dropped something in here. Excuse me, ma'am. Do you happen to have a lost and found around here? You lost something of yours? This front desk more or less serves as the lost and found, and we have a few things on hand. What are you looking for? A few things, eh? You think they got Tron stuff? Hopefully. I'm not that shocked they find a lot of dropped stuff, given how big a building Times is. Tron said he lost his wallet, a souvenir, and a third thing he couldn't remember. Upon reflection, it may have been wise to ask for more details of each of the items. Ah, wait a minute. Are you referring to the customer whose wallet fell out of a hole in his bag? That's him? Oh, thank goodness. Someone ended up seeing him drop it after all. Oh, not quite. We only discovered it after the fact. It's just that he stuck out like a sore thumb. He most certainly did. He was happily laughing and cracking jokes with every person he ran into. While he was shopping, he placed his bag on top of one of the display cases. It was only when we were cleaning up later that we found the wallet. Trot sure is a lucky man. I hope all of our requests are this easy. He never bothered to come here and search for it? Poor guy must have given up already. Suppose that's why he came to us for help. Please wait a moment, we'll bring it right away. Here you are. Thanks you two, you're lifesavers. No problem, just make sure that it gets back into the right hands. Alright, that's one item. We gotta go to East Street. And we talk to the fish merchant, who is... you? Tron said he walked around East Street's marketplace. Might have dropped something else here. Excuse me, have you picked up any items off the ground recently? Dropped something, eh? Actually, wait a second. I remember some guy wandering around here yesterday trying to find something. Didn't stop him from making a dull joke when he saw my stall, though. I don't think he noticed the gaping hole in his bag because a package fell out of it when he wasn't paying attention. I tried to catch up to him, but it was too late. Jackpot, baby! Oh, you folks the police sent to pick it up? Guess I'll leave it with you then. Nice! I did it again, not this way. Talk to this man? Excuse me, have you picked up any items off the ground recently? Oh, you're looking for something? Actually, now that you mention it, there was some weirdo hanging in the park earlier. I remember yelling about a hole in his bag at some point. He started freaking out pretty hard about it too. That certainly sounds like him. Randy, you're blocking that lady. I only saw from a distance, so I have no clue what he actually lost. That's too bad. Hold on. Customers mentioned finding something on the ground earlier today. She hangs out in the park here pretty often, so it shouldn't be hard to find her. When I try asking her for more details. Not you. Sorry to bother you, but have you picked up anything lying around here recently? Oh my, I lost something, haven't we? I actually have found something stuck in the grass on the outskirts of the park. I was kind of curious, so I picked it up. Yeah, it was actually almost blown away by the wind. Blown away by the wind? Our client failed to identify what their lost item was. What could have blown away in the wind? Were you guys looking for it? I suppose I should give it to you then. A train ticket, eh? Nobody's going anywhere without this bad boy. Anyway, we were able to retrieve all his missing items. Good job, guys. Let's go back to Tron and tell him the good news. I'm sure he'll be glad to see his valuables again. A story like these remind me of my first time in New York City. Oh my god, New York. That city is too big. Like, too big. You go in the subway and you come out and like you're basically in a completely different area that you've never seen before. No. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of New York either. I could get used to it, but man, I don't know. Like I wasn't. I much prefer my hometown, Chicago. A lot easier to manage walking around and stuff like that. Luckily, we were able to track them down. Here you are. Take care of them from now on, okay? And please stitch up that hole. You guys are miracle workers. This is definitely my stuff. And here I was about to give up on ever finding them and head home. Excuse me, but how would you have gotten home without your wallet? Or your ticket for that matter? You know what? You make a pretty good point there. Anyway, thanks for your help. I didn't actually expect the police to give me a hand. It was sort of a last-ditch effort on my part. I mean, you guys were great, but I've heard the best things about the CPD. Like, I was really surprised when you four showed up to help. You don't say. I think I'm finally starting to understand why the sports section was made. Isn't it wonderful, though? The feeling of helping someone in need? At any rate, this should be it for this request. Oh, listen to that piano go. Either way. Next, we gotta go do vacancy verification. So we gotta go to City Hall and talk to Shihon. Welcome to Crossbell City Hall. How can I help you? Please use our services to make payments or submit an application for moving into or vacating the city. And excuse us, we're here with the CPD. We're here in response to support requests submitted by City Hall. Oh, you're with the police! Grew up 10 minutes away from Minneapolis. It's definitely less confusing than NYC. Oh, yes, for sure. I still need to visit Minneapolis. I lived I lived mostly in the Midwest, and I never visited Minneapolis, St. Paul, even though I had friends who were from there and friends who live there now. Probably will visit that city once things lighten up a tiny bit in both COVID and political climate. Could you give us more details about the request, please? I believe it had to do with confirming vacancies to certain residencies. Okay, let me fill you in on the details. You're all familiar with the resident registrations, right? Anyone wishing to move to Crossbell must visit us to register for residency. The reality is, people will freely move in and out of the city without going through the appropriate avenues. It becomes more and more difficult for us to keep track of it all. I can imagine. Therefore, we're seeking your help to verify any vacant residencies in the city. We need to rectify our documents to have any mislabeled vacancies. The folks over the residential affairs have their hands full, so we greatly appreciate the assistance. You telling us we have to play errand boys for the government? That's awfully rude of you, Randy. Verifying vacancies is actually important in catching certain criminal activities. Filing the documents in a timely manner is critical. Interesting. Would have had me fooled. I don't think we'll be doing more than walking throughout the city, so it shouldn't be a problem. Will you be able to help us then? Thank you very much. I'll hand these documents over to you. These files are relevant to the request and will guide you in your work. Okay, we'll hold on to them for now. Let's see, there are 3 different locations in total. There's one near the entrance of the residential district. Looks the next one's on East Street. Huh, and according to this, it's to the right of the Bracer Guild. To the right of the guild? Sweet, that'll be pretty easy to remember. The last one looks like it's in the downtown district. It's an apartment complex known as Lotus Heights. There appears to be 3 documented vacancies. Just a moment, please. I'll note this down in the detective notebook. Okay, all done. Thanks for taking care of that, Ellie. Begin working on verifying the outlined vacancies now. We still report back to you once we've completed the task, right? Yes. Please report back to me once you've completed verifying all 3 locations. I'll leave everything in your capable hands. The thing with New York, too, is like, you know, you got Manhattan, which is one of the districts, I guess. I call it I mean, maybe, I don't know what it's actually called, but I'll say districts right now. Like, you got Manhattan, you got Brooklyn, and then you got the other couple districts too, but like they're so big and so confusing. And there's so many people. Good food though, really good food. But way too big and way too confusing. This is the building directly to the right of the Bracer Guild, wasn't it? Wasn't it supposed to be vacant though? It does not display any signs of vacancy at all. Quite the opposite, actually. We should probably bug reception to see what the deal is. Man, I want to go on another fishing trip sometime soon. Bah! I bet you would, wouldn't you? Excuse us, sir. We're with the... Oh, you kids all interested in joining? I'll gladly accept you. Welcome to the Fisherman's Guild. Boy, am I glad to see younger fishing enthusiasts joining us. Joining the Fisherman's Guild? Pardon me, sir, but what exactly is this place? Oh, sorry about that, kid. This is the gathering grounds of fishing enthusiasts. The Crossbell branch of the Fisherman's Guild. Hey, get with the blue and white jacket there. You look like you've handled a few rods before. I can sniff out talent from a cell away. How about it, kid? Looking to get your bait on? What? I mean, sure, I used to go fishing back when I was a kid. No, step out of it. We're currently on duty. I'm impressed how easily he could tell Lloyd has fishing experience. These old men mystify me. Man, that caught me off guard. Anyway, this might go without saying, but this building is vacant, right? Isn't vacant, right? Because according to the city records from the city hall, this place should be unoccupied. It'd be a lot easier to navigate cities if they had Trails mini-maps. You can even find treasure chests if you bring the right gemstones. Oh my god, yes. I guess honestly, like, that's what Google Maps needs to do, right? Or, you know, like, someone needs to just use the Google Map API and just create RPG style, Yo, that would be amazing, like a collaboration between TripAdvisor and Google Maps, so that like it's like an RPG style like map where like certain areas are like interest spots, and so like it helps you walk to these, like, you know, it helps you navigate the city safely, like safe areas that you can walk in to get to interest points, so that you could learn the city. Come on, like, why aren't people doing this? That's such an amazing idea. They already had it like with Pokemon Go, but they didn't give a crap about safety and stuff like that. Someone get on this. Call Apple. Call Google. Get this stuff going. That's such a good idea. And then if you did enough, you could get points and stuff like that for like rewards. But you got the right ideas, man. You got the right ideas in your head. As you can see, we're in the process of planning our next fishing event. While we're on the topic of vacancies, there's an apartment complex by the name of Acacia down the street. Pretty sure there's a vacant room in there. That's what you're looking for, right? You'll find the Acacia directly left of the Bracer Guild. The actual vacancy's 2 buildings away? You told me the records were botched? That seems to be the case. In that case, we should head there and confirm it so that City Hall can update the records. Can I still go fishing? I want to go fishing. Excuse me, is anybody home? I failed to detect any presence inside, Lloyd. I guess this place is actually vacant then. Oh, what are you all doing over there? That there is a vacant room. Heh, looks like we were right on the money. Yeah, the last tenant moved away about a half month ago. If you guys are looking for a place to stay, I'd go take it up with the landlord, okay? Well, I guess the vacancy on East Street was referring to this apartment. Did the previous tenant not file the proper papers or something when we split? Man, how lazy can you get? That reminds me, the city hall receptionist had mentioned that their records may not be completely accurate. I now understand what she meant by it. Okay, so the vacancy on East Street is room 202 at the Acacia Apartments. I should write down all the details. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Oh, the residential district is so far away. Why didn't I go there first? If I'm not mistaken, this is Lotus Heights. There should be 3 vacancies, according to the documents provided by City Hall. Oh, are you with the government? Actually, we're police officers. We're just here to examine some vacancies to help bolster our crime prevention efforts. Vacancies, eh? I only recall there being one vacant room, though. Are you certain? Are there not 3? No, I don't believe so. It doesn't shock me the government has trouble keeping up with that kind of information, to be honest. That's a symptom of why the downtown district never gets any development. Anyway, you're welcome to inspect the vacant room as long as you don't disturb the other tenants. Okay then, shall we go take a look? Sure, sounds swell. Excuse me, is anybody home? Check out all the dust on the doorknob too. I thought anyone's lived here for a long time. Figures as much. I believe every unit is occupied, making this the only vacant unit. Okay, unit 203 of Lotus Heights. Alright, let's move on to the next one. Now I gotta run all the way to the residential district. Why can't I warp? I guess I have turbo, but even so. I think it was this house, yeah? I think this is the vacant house. It has the right address. Doesn't look like anybody's here. Doesn't matter how you look at it. Things an empty mansion. Agreed. I'm unable to detect any presences from within. I think this house has been abandoned for a little over 10 years. I remember hearing rumors about this house being haunted back when I was a child. Oh, really? Ellie and I are around the same age, but I've never heard of this rumor at all. At any rate, I think we successfully verified the vacancy. Sweet. I think it just about covers all the inspections, yeah? How about we go head up to level 8 at City Hall now, eh? Yeah, we wrapped up a little while ago. We're here to submit our report. Wow, you even include footnotes for each of the room numbers. Thank you so much. I'm sure Residential Affairs will be more than grateful for the help. I'd rather they worked on being a little more organized with their documentation instead. Guess on a real wild goose chase takes their mistakes. I do not believe the authority to comment, but the organization of the original documents was less than stellar. I'm truly sorry for the trouble they've caused. Residential Affairs tries their hardest to ensure complete accuracy in their documentation. However, Diet members are constantly putting pressure on them. I hope people will accept my apology on their behalf. No, that's okay. We may have been a little insensitive. Looks like this place has its own share of problems to deal with. Right, members of the Crossbell diet can make life harder for a lot of people. Anyway, I'm glad we could be of assistance. I know it can get overwhelming at times, so we'd be happy to help you guys should you need us to. I agree. Assignments of a similar nature should be no problem for us. Just say the word and we'll be there. Thank you for the offer. We'll be sure to take you up on it when the time comes. Alright. So, let's then return back to... Let's go home. Report the 2 quests. Which just leaves the Geofront thing to do. Which means I should have 3,900 Miria. Yep, that's right. Reported. This is just ongoing. So now what I can do is I can get everyone better weapons. Tuner. Then I need to go to west, no, east, downtown. No, it was west. Oh no, it's right here. It's right here, the department store. Now we can go take care of that monster request. And that should be pretty good for this session. From one of the rooms, there's now a ladder which can be climbed, which leads to the big bell in Central Square. Oh, okay. I'm just gonna speed through some of these battles because they're, you know, they don't need to go through every single one of them, but. Especially if it's just one enemy, it's just like, come on. Nice. Oh wow, they have different sections for these too. That's awesome. Where are you going? Ow. This is the ladder that has a chest for us. And we get some Sepith. Oh, it's awesome. Yes. Now, one thing I actually want to do before we really continue. Damn it! Oh, come on, level me up now. We need to get some slots getting open. We need to get some slots opened. Oh, come on, just two? That's it? Lame. It's Innocence Arc and Crest. Alright, cool. So yeah, now I can say like, okay, so on our quartz, right? Like for this line, we have one earth for each of the lines, but we have a 2-1 because of the space thing, right? So you can see that line that lights up. Wow, it only lights up when I put stuff on it? That's interesting, to say the least. Well, whatever. I would have preferred the lights on the lines to be there from the beginning, but hey, beggars can't be choosers, right? Oh, I think I've scanned you guys. Oh, weak to like literally everything. Nice. Hey, look, I got some marbled steak. Fire and earth, okay. It's so weak. Yo, why? Oh, don't worry, Lloyd, you're trying. Why even have the ability to look at a map and a compass if we're not even going to be have the ability to use it? Well, at least Eagle Eye lets me see where the enemies are on screen. It's a bit helpful. Oh, the chain battle. Oh! Wow, that was actually really... That's actually really funny. I didn't think I would get cat food that early. Or on accident like that. Well, I guess I can go to Cop then and do the whole thing. Look at that fat fuck. Weak to water. Resistances are literally everything. Fat became that team too fat after sucking too much blood. Uses its weight to fight. Oh. What about the one behind me? What the heck? Give me all that Sepith. Give me your Sepith, you bat. Boy. Damn it! I'll get you up in a second. Hang on now. I could just use the craft in there. Whatever. Come on. Good work, everyone. Not be a downer, but that guy was way weaker than the one Arias took down. You got killed, bro. Not killed. You got KO'd, bro. Do you realize that you got chopped by a giant bat? That may be so, but as long as we work together, there's nothing we can't overcome. I tried. Agreed. Also, I just deactivated the lock on the inner door. That should save us a lot of time, so we should go that way. Gotcha. When did she even do that? But I want to heal. There's that one, and then there's that one. Oh, okay. Where does the other place lead to? Oh, figures.
Hi, 特務支援課ロイド・バニングスです。
ああ、俺だ。調子の方はどうだ？
セルゲイ課長。ちょうど今手配されていた魔獣を倒したところです。
順調で結構。
ジオフロントを出たところですが。
まあそんなに遠いわけじゃないな。
え？
お前たちに緊急の捜査任務を与える。支援要請は後回しでいいから最優先で対応してくれ。
了解です。それで一体何を捜査すれば？
南東エリアにある旧市街。急いでそちらへ向かえ。住民から警察に連絡があった。厄介な二組の不良集団が喧嘩を始めようとしてるらしい。
え？
後腐れがないように止めてこい。以上だ。
え？
待ってください。喧嘩を止めろって。それって捜査任務じゃってもう切れてるし。
課長から一体。
その調子だとろくでもない話っぽそうだな。
いや、それがさ。
旧市街の不良集団。
さっき旧市街で見たあの物騒なガキどもか。
データベースによると確かサーベルバイパーとテスタメンツという2チームが旧市街で徒党を組んでるらしいです。喧嘩などは日常茶飯事だとか。
俺が町を離れていた間にそんな連中が出てきてたのか。まあいい。とにかく急いで旧市街に行ってみよう。小競り合いが始まる前になんとか止める必要がありそうだ。
ええ、そうね。
そんじゃとっとと旧市街に向かうとするかね。
Well, let's go talk to the cat first, I guess, because I have the cat food that I didn't think I would get, but I got anyway. What? What? Well, cat matrix aside. Bravery badge. Prevent seal. Oh, well, then that's just dandy. Alright, I think that's a good place to stop for today. Alright. So next time we're gonna, continue with the prologue. I think we're pretty close to the end of the prologue, given how long they usually are. They're not like the longest things in the world. So next time we're gonna finish off the prologue, see what's up with these delinquents over in the downtown district, and then we'll probably start the beginning of chapter 1 next time. So I'll see everybody back here on Thursday, same time, same place, for more Trails from Zero. Have a wonderful rest of the night, and Wednesday, or whenever, depending on if you're watching this on YouTube or not, because of the archive. Good night.